All right, what's going on, everybody? KB Card Stacks here. I am back from Shipshewana. I spent a total of $1,100 at the show during day one, trade nights, and also day two. I'm going to show you everything that I picked up, talk about why I bought it, what my thought process was, and everything that went into it. So let's begin. Let's see what I got. So this first stack came from Mikey B Cards, one of the best in the biz. I've been connected with him on Twitter for quite some time, and every time I had heard of Shipshewana, I always heard nothing but great things about his value boxes and just his inventory in general. So I was super excited to go check it out. Shipshewana has always just been a top. It's like the national Dallas Shipshewana have always been like the top three, just from vibes and dealers and all the good stuff that I hear about it. So this is everything that I picked up from Mikey B. I spent $260, I think, on this lot. I think it's stickered out to, let's say, like 320-ish, and he gave me a great deal. So got this Kyron Drones wild card, one of two. Nothing amazing, unlicensed, but still, I think, worth more than $3. Sam Levitt, certainly a interesting prospect at Arizona State. On three has him ranked as the #1 quarterback in the country. I think that's blasphemy, but at $3, his stuff sells pretty well. I sold an Arizona State 1 of 1 for $50, non-autoed. Picked up some Topps Chrome from this year's set. Jordan Morgan, Arizona Wildcat. I was very invested in him when he first got an offer from Arizona. I thought he was a monster. 6'5", 280. Not a lot of people. He was undiscovered at a Marana High School, and I was really high on him. He got an offer late to USC, becomes a first-round pick. So I've been on the Jordan Morgan train for some while, and it was a nasty color match. Can't really tell that there's no licensing, so I like that. Cade Klubnik for $2, one of my guys that I'm high on going into the season, I would say. Torrey Horton, nice green color match. His ink is pretty low, so nothing crazy there. Walker White, nice true blue color match. Mason Taylor, he's been getting a lot of buzz. I went heavy on him to start the season. Didn't really do a whole lot, and then now kind of in the top 50 consideration. So a nice sapphire, pretty short printed on those. Aiden Childs at $20. It's probably about where they buy it now, so obviously got it for a little bit less than that in the bulk deal. But Aiden Childs, I think, could be a decent little play before this. He's like kind of an Anthony Richardson. Like, I don't want to hold him in the season, but I think certainly people will start to sniff around. Mitchell Evans, we'll see what he does in the draft this year. Had a big play in the college football playoffs versus Penn State, I believe. Jacob Cowling, Arizona guy. Just figured I'd pick that up for a couple bucks. Johnny Wilson, the green color match Super Bowl champ, Florida State, Arizona State, Calabasas high school kid. Connor Harrell now at Eastern Tennessee State with Cade McNamara. Is that who's out there? I don't know. The guy from Iowa who had just transferred. He might not even start at Eastern Tennessee State. We'll see. Bryson Barnes, kind of a sneaky guy, I guess. His stuff, we'll see. I don't know. They've got a new offensive coordinator out there. Mikey Keene now at Michigan. I hope he's the day one starter. I've been high on Mikey Keene for a while. Jaden Higgins getting a lot of draft buzz as well. Decent pro day and senior senior bowl that really kind of elevated him. So I like that. Jaden Knott, went heavy on him. He was just hurt all season last year. Just, going to give it a go when it comes to, pre-games. So Rocco Beck to 24. This was actually a sneak. At the time, I was just like, I like Rocco Beck personally, so I was fine like paying $60. There was a comp that I think was over $100. Someone in the Discord was telling me like, hey, that's actually like a pretty big card. Someone at Trade Night was trying to sell a True Gold to 50 for 85. That was a little high for me. I would have wanted to be at about 60 on that. So we'll see. Ollie Gordon, I don't hate the play. This is Purple Ice to 149. He's falling. He did not have a good combine, but I believe that he could be someone who has hype, I guess, come draft time and preseason. CJ Baxter, a guy that I'm pretty high on, to 299 for $8. Comes back to Texas playing with Arch, so it makes sense for me. Damien Martinez, kind of one of those middle 10 to 20 running backs in the draft right now. Again, you could order them from 6 to 20, and I'd have no arguments. So just kind of depends on what a team is looking for. Jeremiah Cooper, half PC, half we'll see if it sells, but his brother went to Arizona. Tristan Cooper, 2-star Coop. Jacob Zeno now at A&M, the backup. We'll see what happens with Marcel Reed. Braden Fowler, Nicolosi, down year without Torrey Horton. I'm not super optimistic, but it's ink for $3. I mean, you could probably buy it now for $3, I would say. Nothing crazy there. Highshaw, probably Kansas starting running back. Some people say that he's got better pro potential maybe compared to Devin Neal. I don't know. Quentin Joyner now at Texas Tech. I really like him. I was buying his Leaf stuff this summer. Josh Hoover. I am intrigued to see what he does. He's losing a lot of receivers. They lose J.P. Richardson, Savion Williams, and Jack Besh. It'll be interesting to see what he does. They bring in Joseph Manjack from Houston, who I think could be decent, but going to be hard to move. Colin Lacey back at Louisville now with Miller Moss. Garrett Green going to the NFL draft as a receiver. I don't know. We'll see how that works out. Matthew Golden. People are saying wide receiver 1 for Matthew Golden. That's crazy to me over Tetral McMillan, but he's been one of the hottest prospects in the last 3 or 4 weeks, I would say. So this is probably closer to 20 to 25 bucks right now. Another BFN right there. Kyron Drones, probably high on this. I think I've been picking up like his green, fuchsia, and yellow autos at about 15 to 20, but it's gold. Denied Dennis Sutton going back another year, so that'll be interesting. Nick Scourton, I don't know what his draft outlook looks like. He was projected first round like all of last offseason. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. Walker White, I really like Walker White. His high school film reminds me of a Ty Simpson, and I love Ty Simpson. I hope he's a starter. Just hate that he went to Baylor. I don't think he's going to beat out Sawyer Robinson, but Walker White, and his prices aren't high enough where I would like go out and buy everything and stash it and hold it. Like, you're kind of just sitting on it for, a solid 18 months almost. Ruben Bain, one of the best players in next year's draft, 248 on that. Jackson Arnold, Orange Shimmer, nothing crazy there now at Auburn. Barrett Carter, green, probably a little over comps on that one. Mason Taylor, refractor auto, I like that one. Barrett Carter on the stealth auto, think that one could be decent. Austin Mack for $6. We'll see how that quarterback competition plays out. I would lean Ty Simpson, but of course I'm biased there. More Johnny Wilson. Little Arizona. What is that number to 149. Michael Wiley. Good little player. Nothing crazy. Antonio Williams had an amazing year. Finally stayed healthy. Could not stay on the field. Clemson's got some solid wide receivers in Cade Klubnik. And Omarion Hampton been climbing up. I saw something that teams are maybe putting him above Ashton Jeanty, so his base auto probably does about 20, so I felt good at 30. Just made sense. So that was everything from Mikey B. Amazing stack, amazing guy. This was from Hollister Sports Cards, another great guy that I've been connected with on Twitter. Heard nothing but great things about his value bins, dollar bins. So everything here was buy one, get one free from the dollar bin or 50 cents, however you want to shake it out. But this was a pretty good stack that I was happy with. I looked through every single one of his football boxes. Cameron Ward, these on ComC are probably about $3 or $4, so I like that. Bryce Young, people like him after last season. He's had a comeback here. Nico Iamaliava on the Campus Icons and the base. These are just cards that I would lot up. Like, I'll get like 10 base cards and, at 50 cents a piece and sell them for $15, nothing too crazy, or just like a huge lot of Nico inserts and such. A couple of Patriots paper and Tom Brady cards, 2010 there. A couple of Cooper DeJeans. I don't know, stuff was super hot for the Super Bowl. I don't know what the paper Donruss looks like. Camps cards pulled this out for me. 50 cents on the field day. Not a huge fan of the horizontal cards, but I will collect it nonetheless if it's got a block A on it. So I like that one. Picked up a lot of Drew Allar in here. I just think he's going to be a top 3 quarterback for next year's draft. There were rumblings that he was QB1 if he were to leave this year. Had an amazing college football playoff run, so I like that one. Nick Singleton coming back another year with K-Tron. That'll be interesting. DJ Lagway, another one, 50 cents. You could stack up a ton of those. Jackson Dart, these are probably the cheapest on ComC you'll find is probably about $1.50. So I like picking these up. I was picking up a ton of these all for the last year, over a year at this point. Caden Salter masterpieces, I figured I'd take a chance. Now at Colorado, maybe he's got hype. I'm not high on Colorado at all, though. I don't think they're going to be very good next year. They're losing too much talent. Spencer Rattler, X Factor, my guy. I like that one. That's got to be worth, $2-3 there. Another Allar, another masterpieces. Jordan James, elements of the game. Another running back. He's probably like 15 to 20 when you rank him, but going to be pretty sneaky. Darren Woodson, numbered to $3.99. Nothing crazy, but for 50 cents, a colored, someone's hit of a blaster, I don't know. New England Patriots team with Gronk and Brady, and then Brady and Moss there for the 2010. Bryce Young, this is 3rd year silver, but I was like, I don't know. I feel like people love Bryce Young. I feel like he's going to be the guy that's pumped this year. Darius Robinson, he went Missouri, right? Let's see. Yeah, Missouri with Arizona to 275, whatever. Caleb Williams base. I saw people selling these at the show for like list sticker price for $4 or $5, so that was cool. Manly, no idea, but to 150 colored, sure. Von Miller paper rookie. I like scooping up the paper rookies when they're cheap like that. Just I think it's a little sneaky. Cam Ward refractor. I think that's a nice one there. Drew Allar. I think a couple Drew Allars here. CJ Stroud, 50 cents for a paper Donruss. I know it's paper, but it makes sense to me. These are a different deal, so I'm missing a card here. We'll get to it, but this was all 50 cents. I think it was like $15 for everything, so I was pretty pleased with that one. Now we've got this little stack. So prior to, let's see, so I got there Thursday with Cam's cards, and I was looking up like, hey, like tomorrow we got all day. I was recording the podcast in the morning with Ryan, and then we really had like some time between that time and the show at 4 o'clock. I was like, hey, I found this little card shop. It's 15 minutes, that way. So we went to go look. It's in the back of a hair salon, antique shop. Very, very just interesting location. We walked up and they're like, it's in the salon. It was weird. Like you're not expecting that, right? So we walk in and grandma's there in the back and we're just chatting with her. Amazing human being. She was so nice. And Bo, this is her grandson, he was setting up at the show. She said he had just left and he was going to go and set up. So we had just missed them, but we looked through the 50-cent boxes. It was an amazing time. Amazing people. Very nice. Cam tried to get a haircut. He was in need of one, but they were booked out like 2 months in advance. So sports cards for you in LaGrange, Indiana. Check it out if you're ever in the area. Super, super cool people, amazing people. Emmanuel Wilson, green pulsars. I sold a green ice of his for like $20, a while ago during the season, so figured that was worth a shot at 50 cents. These green ices, pretty rare. I think you get one per retail box. The boxes that come with the checkerboard, so don't see them a whole lot. A couple of Bijan Robinsons. I know it's paper, but it made sense to me. And then some Bryce Youngs again. I picked these up for like trade night. Like if I needed like an extra, if I could turn these 4 cards, that I spent $2 on into one $5 card, cool. I would definitely take that offer. So that was sports cards for you. The little card shop that we went to on Friday night. This was one of my first pickups at the show. I feel like I go down a lot of rabbit holes. I feel like I've investigated a lot of Mario sets and just Nintendo stuff. I've never seen this set. This is 2022 Panini, and they've got a whole bunch of sets like Luigi's playing golf, like someone's playing tennis. So this was in a 3 for $10 little showcase, and there was a stack, and Cam got 2 other cards. I got this one. Cam got some pretty good deals in that one. I forgot, it was like an orange ice, Audric Estime maybe. Don't remember, but yeah, this is a cool card. I really like it. I've bought a couple of these on ComC, or the set, so I'm excited for that rabbit hole. This was a little lot. Oh, nope, okay. This was a little lot for $35. It just made sense. This was in a $3 bin. Zach Calzada now at Kentucky. We'll see how he does. He sold really well when it was announced that he was going to Kentucky. He wasn't bad. He was at Incarnate Word, lit it up, A&M, Auburn. He was at A&M first, right? A&M, then Auburn, then goes to Incarnate Word. It feels like he's been in school for 7 years, but whatever. Joe Milton, Pink Wave. Speculation, he's getting traded. He's got a lot of hype right now. His Prism Silver is like $20. Spencer Rattler's like 10, so that's why I like Spencer. But I got this for $3. Thought that was pretty good, and you don't see the Pink Waves a lot, I don't think. And these were $1 a piece. Buckley, not an amazing name, but whatever. Phil Maffa, same thing. APR, cool. Zeno, not amazing names, but send them to ComC and get a couple bucks out of them. And then Steve Angeli on the fuchsia for $25. A lot of Notre Dame folks at the show. I feel like if they were wearing Notre Dame gear, I asked them, are you a Steve Angeli guy or a CJ Carr guy? I've been high on Steve Angeli. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, CJ Carr is the future, but seems like the pulse is give it to Steve Angeli. I think that championship game, or was it championship? Playoff game? Whatever game that there was a playoff game. Whatever game that was really helped boost his stock. So I think people are in on Angeli. We'll see what happens. We got a big spring though. Let's go to this stack here. This was in a 3 for $25 lot. This was 10. I put a sticker out for 20 for trade night in case anyone wanted it. Comps at about 20, so that was nice. And then Tetroa to 99. I was cool with that. Went back to Mikey B's table. Drew Makuba for $1. I'll take it. We'll see. And then I actually needed this. Cam pulled this out and he's like, you need this? And I was like, yeah, I need the blue, the speckle, and the pink lava. and maybe a true green. I don't remember. So that was nice. And then this stack here was $10 from a dealer here. Bryce Young, Prism, base, whatever. Joe Milton, that was nice. I put a $20 sticker. That's about what it does out at trade night. Ray Davis, I really liked him when he was in college. Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Temple. Started at Temple and then went to Vandy, then Kentucky. Troy Franklin, Orange Ice. Those are pretty short printed, I would say. And then Spencer Rattler, Green Pulsar, and a base. So not very solid lot for $10 there. I was very happy about that. This was from Cam's Cards. We were kind of cooking up deals Thursday night. We went back to the hotel and we were just, looking at each other's stuff. This intrigued me. Sawyer Robertson, starting quarterback for Baylor. Only card is in on it. It's an on-card auto. Probably sells for about $50. He got a steal on Mercari on that one. Michael Williams, a guy that I've been high on for a while. I was on James Pierce, and I was like, you know what, Michael's there, and I like him a lot more. Guy's long, just doesn't have his info, but I'll throw up a photo. Kid looks good. And then Rocco Becht on the Pink Lava to 100. This was 60 or 65. I had owed him some money, so I had to pay him $80 from a lot that we had picked up together. So that was nice. I feel like, 50, 60, 30, 40. Michael, I don't know, $10. So this was arguably maybe my most questionable buy of the weekend, I would say. Tetroa McMillan, gold on-card masterpieces auto to 50 at $75. And a Seth Hennigan, this was at 100. I put it out for 120 on trade night. Didn't think it would actually move, but Seth, I don't know, a QB, people are like, people are always searching for the Brock Purdy's of the world. So I felt like that would have been decent there at 100. I feel like here I could get 100 out of this one. I paid 150 for the pair. I don't know if I said that. I feel like with this could get me 100. I'm into this at 50, maybe break even or hopefully make money. But that was my little experiment there. All right, we're trying to find the final card here. I forgot what it was. I don't remember. But this was a $5 stack. Maybe it's in there somewhere, but Anthony Richardson for $1. I'll take the gamble. DJ Lagway, I think that probably pays for the lot. Bryce Young, Optic again. I was scooping up all the 50 cent $1 Bryce Young. I feel like he's one of the most hyped up guys right now. People are super optimistic with Carolina. And then Anthony Richardson on the base Optic. Send those to Comp C. These were my pickups during trade night. So these are not in any order, I don't believe. But this was a $40 lot that I picked up. And my thought process was Jackson Arnold, not a guy I'm super high on, but I am intrigued. Refractor autos and a best auto. Hopefully list them at like 15 to $20 on that. Cade Klubnik, again, I'm pretty high. Will Pauling, I love at Notre Dame. And then Cade Klubnik, Sapphire Gold. That could honestly probably sneakily be like 10 to 15. So I felt like that was a decent deal. Did a trade up challenge for a kid. He had this Herbert. I gave him a Caleb Williams base Prism. So just doing my part in the hobby for the kids. This was actually a pretty solid trade, I felt. I forgot. I think the kid just brought up, his case, and I was like, I forgot what we were trading for, what he was interested in. I don't remember. But then he wanted a J.J. McCarthy base Prism, and then he was like, I forgot. It was a baseball auto maybe. He was like, I would trade this. I'm like, okay, cool. I know he's hurt, Victor Wembanyama, but I felt like that was, $10 and $12. So I liked that one. And then this I picked up from Evan. Shout out Heidi and her family as well. Paid $60, $20 on the pink, and then I guess 40 right there on the Juju wave there. All right, so now day 2 pickups here and other things. This was one of my last pickups. Janai Broom, base auto. I think comps were doing like 60-ish. Probably National Player of the Year, I think. I don't remember. Walker White, I paid $20 on this. Again, a guy that I'm pretty high on. I just felt like I could probably move this for 30. This was sitting at Mikey B's box all weekend, and I was just staring at it. 30 was a little too high for me. So towards the end of the show, I was like, Mikey, I'll give you $20. And he's like, yep, sounds good. So that's awesome. I had predicted, there's a video where I was like, Matthew Golden could run the fastest 40 at the combine from a wide receiver perspective. And then I went to go like 2 days before the combine, and I was like, oh, Arian Smith is there. Oh, Monterey Baldwin is there. They're definitely going to do it. And then I fell in love with Jimmy Horn Jr. I should have just stuck with Matthew Golden. But out there, I feel like the real fans will know that I was saying Matthew Golden's going to run the fastest. A 4.29. Very nice. This was, I think, the first deal of the day that I got on Saturday. I got this for $20. I think what is that, $23 that it would have stickered to. Emmanuel Wilson again, super low number to 35. I feel like I could get a $20 bill out of that, pay for the stack. Isaiah Nayer had a good combine. I think he had a very strong raw athletic score or relative athletic score. I forgot what it's called, but $5 on the gold. I mean, his base autos on ComC are probably like $1. To the refractor autos are probably like $2. And then Benjamin Morrison to 48. We'll see where he goes in the draft this year. Ruben Bain, again, I've talked about him. Should be one of the top defensive linemen in next year's draft to 25. Orange auto, color match. Just feel like I could list this for $40 and get out of it. Gary Nussmeier, base auto, $60. I like it. I don't think you're really going to find too many at this price. Buy it now, so I will scoop it up, and it's a guy that I believe in. Number 1 in Heisman odds right now. Maybe number 1. I'd be curious if there are 2026 mock drafts out, if he's one of the top guys there. This was a 50% off bin. Nick Singleton and Jackson Dart. Nick Singleton's the pink wave. You don't see these too often. I've never really seen any of these get pulled to 125. So I think it's scarce enough where you could list that at $10, and then Jackson Dart, super hot right now. Could be quarterback 2. I don't know. We'll see. Shedeur kind of tanking right now. This was another Mikey B lot. Cam was talking about this Drew Allar, and he was like, it's a little high. I don't want to be there. There were some weird comps on it. But I saw DJ Lagway. There were comps at about 200, 150 to 200. I just felt like if I bundle things up, I can get in on it lower. It's something you sell at 180, 200, somewhere around there. Allar, I don't love the orange. It's just not a super desirable parallel for me, but I felt like that made sense. And then this was honestly the good stuff right here. SGC 10, Dylan Gabriel. Beautiful in the SGC slab to 25 for $40. I paid $280. So I basically got this for $5, paid sticker on those, however you wanna math it out. But I really like this Gabriel slab. It's probably, around there, but just feels cheap to me. This Cam was, what was he doing? He was going to show Vil Graphs some stuff to sell, I think, or we were just trying to look at his showcase. And he was in the middle of a deal, and then this guy just had his case open. It was like a $2,000 deal that was going down, and then he was like, can we look at your case? And so I liked this at $10. I think Cam picked up like a Caleb Williams silver mosaic debut and something else for $5. I got this. We gave him $20 for all 3 cards. This is doing about 20, and it's in a one-touch. Cards just naturally look way better in a one-touch. So that was nice. This I picked up right after lunch, $20. She just won Player of the Year from The Athletic. I think she won Big Ten Player of the Year. She's the heavy favorite to win National Player of the Year. So at $20, I think it's something you can relist at 30 or 40 and be cool with. And this is one of my last deals. I had not seen this table at all, and this just felt cheap. Like, obviously, this was sitting out, for almost 2 days of the show. Connor Harrell, nothing crazy. I bet there are probably comps on this. I didn't check, but probably like under $10 for sure. So, just, I don't know. I just wanted a piece, I guess. And then I saw this Haley Cavender. I don't know which one dates Carson Beck. I don't know which one's the good hooper, but I looked it up, and it's her, Haley. She's averaging like 16 points for Miami. So SGC 10 on the mini diamond, it's numbered. I didn't realize that till right now, till I saw the label. And I was going to offer 20, but sometimes I don't like throwing out low offers like that. But then the gal, she was super nice, and she was like, because I was going back and forth with Cam, I'm like, how much do I want, Connor Harrell and Haley Cavender? And she was like, I'd do 20 for the pair. I'm like, that's what I was going to offer you. I just didn't want to be disrespectful. And she's like, nope, not offended at all. And then the last 3 here, some gifts. Shout out Daniel, found me at the show and was like, hey, I got these for you. The red Pandora. People love the red Pandoras. And then the mosaic in focus signatures, like that one. Definitely like this mosaic image compared to his true mosaic image. He's like, I don't know, I feel like it's just like a weird action shot. And this was a gift from Cam. He had this in his box. 2 of 2 haunted hits, Noah Fafita. So I'll be keeping this for the PC. 5'11", 194, they say. I would say he's probably about 5'9". So that's everything. I guess I'm missing that card from, it's probably somewhere over here, and I just missed it. But that's everything. That's everything that I bought. About $1,134 or so. Ton of fun. That was the best card experience I've ever had. I would love to go out again. It makes me super excited for the National. National's always tough. I've got a work trip the week of, but then I can head out. But then hotel and all that is always the tricky part. So got to figure out where I would stay. but I really want to go out there for the national. So that's everything. If you enjoyed, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe. We'll see you next video. Peace. Love you. Bye.